What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar BYT, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome, guys, to episode 6 of the FCB show, ladies and gentlemen. The other guys are coming very, very soon, guys. Liam and Dier are wrapping up their show. They will be here very, very soon. Make sure you guys put your comments in the comment section below. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and yeah, man, listen. Another episode of the FCB show, guys, and it's going to be a very, very good show, guys. Obviously, there's been a lot of stuff that's happened in this week alone, right? We're going to talk about the Barcelona game in the Champions League against Inter. We're also going to get into the Eric Dier leaving Bayern Munich to join AS Monaco, one of the first departure for Bayern Munich this summer. And we're going to talk about the title decider this weekend for the Bayern Munich as they take on who are they playing against? I actually forgot who they're playing against. I literally had it at the tip of my tongue, but they are going to be playing this weekend. And basically, if they win, the title is theirs, guys. But the big news coming out of that is that Kane is going to be missing for that tie. So yeah, man, unfortunately for them. Yeah, man. Okay, Leipzig. So yeah, they're gonna be big up to my brother Catalan. How you doing, man? I hope you're doing good, bro. Yeah, man. So yeah, they're playing Leipzig, and if they win, yeah, they basically clinch the league title, which I guess we should have kind of seen coming because it was coming for a long time now. But yeah, basically this weekend is when it's gonna happen. And I guess the big news is that because of Harry Kane's, I guess, card in the last game, he will be suspended for this one, which means that he will not be on the pitch on his crowning moment, the first trophy that he's gonna win in his career, and he won't be in the stadium or on the pitch to enjoy it. Like, it's crazy. Harry Kane is just this guy. His career is just funny to me. I'm not even lying. His career is just it's hilarious because I just don't get it with him, right? I get it. He's still gonna, even though he's not gonna play, obviously he's still gonna be, part of the team. You know what I mean? So he'll still be a title winner. But it's crazy that even in the time when he's supposed to enjoy his first trophy win, he's not on the pitch, man. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, man, listen, make sure you guys put your comments in. We got 14 people in the building. Big up to every single one of you. Make sure you guys put your questions in, guys. I'm gonna start reading some of your questions, guys, for some of you guys who have questions on this debate. Liam and Dier will be joining us very, very soon. I don't know. They're taking longer than I thought, man. I think Dier said that he was going to be closing out very, very soon. But yeah, man, listen. But yeah, I mean, we're definitely also going to talk about Barcelona because this is FCB show. It's not just Bayern Munich, but we're going to talk about Barca, and we're going to definitely get into our game, Barcelona's game. The fact that we couldn't get the job done. Yeah, the fact that we couldn't get the job done against fucking Inter Milan. I mean, the fact that we even left that game with anything is honestly baffling to me. I mean, honestly, we were poor. We were very, very poor in that game, and we're definitely gonna get into all of that, man. He says, we go to my brother Mess says, we need to defend set pieces better. I 100% agree. I mean, here's the biggest problem that I have with this whole situation, right? If you really think about it, I watched the Bayern Munich versus Inter game in the away leg, right, at the San Siro. All of Inter's goals came from a corner. Like, remember, guys, the first goal came from a scramble in the box from a corner, and Lautaro Martinez equalizes. And then the second goal was a corner kick into the box, and Benjamin Pavard heads it in. That is how they won the game, right? And I know it was ended as a draw, but you get it. They won on aggregate. But we should have known. The fact that we were so sluggish and we didn't learn our lesson. Like, at the end of the day, it could have gone much worse. We could literally be sitting here talking about us losing this game. Like, it's ridiculous. But we have put ourselves in a good position. We are still you've still not lost the game, right? So everything to play for at the San Siro. So a draw means that we do have an opportunity to still go through to the final, but we definitely need to work on our set pieces because now Inzaghi knows how he's going to set up against us. They're probably going to set up very similar to how they set up in this game. They're probably, because we know what Hansi Flick is going to do in that game. He's not going to change the formation. He's going to play the same high attacking, high intensive, high gung-ho style of football. And he's going to basically hope that, these guys don't go through our high line. And Inzaghi is just going to do the same thing. He's going to be, all right, just give them the ball, let them try to break us down because they're going to want the first goal. And let's just hit them on the corner. And let's just hope that they just keep giving us corners because we know they can't defend corners against us. Right? But yeah, it's really it. Let's see. It says the presence of leather in both boxes is a big miss. I mean, that's the thing, man. I feel like this is the thing, right? As much as I give a lot of criticism to Robert Lewandowski, if I'm going to be very, very honest, he's the best of what we have. And losing him was a huge miss. Like, even in that game, right? I didn't expect Lewandowski to do more than what Ferran Torres did, if I'm going to be real. But one thing that Lewandowski will bring in that attack is that he will actually bring a lot of presence, which, unfortunately, cannot be said about this guy. It's ridiculous. Let's see what Liam and Dier are saying. These guys are taking so much longer. Give me a second, guys. Make sure you guys smash the likes, man. They're saying I should wait for a few minutes. Oh, good Lord. Guys, Liam and Dier on their way. Dier, they just sent me a text right now. It's just a stinker and hook from them. But yeah, man. But yeah, basically, we need to work on our stuff. But look, am I confident we're gonna win? Potentially. I'm not gonna rule us out completely. It is still a draw. So, I feel like with the format in the Champions League now, it's easier now to kind of look at these games and think, all right, listen, at the end of the day, you didn't perform well in the first leg, but hey, it's not the end of the world. You can still go on and win the second leg. And that's what I think. We can still go into the second leg and win. But we need to work on our team, definitely. Man, what is going on? My stream is just buffered in right now. Honestly, guys, I hate this Talk Studio thing, man. I might just return to StreamYard because this app is completely useless, guys. It's completely useless. My guys, it says Lautaro Martinez is out for the second leg. Yeah, but guess what, bro? He was out for most of the game against us, and we still struggled. The thing with Lautaro Martinez is, as much as he's their best striker, I don't rate Lautaro Martinez that highly. You understand what I'm saying? He has a tendency to be very inconsistent. For me, I think the way they played after he even left the state, after he even left, when he was on the pitch, he didn't do much. And when he went off the pitch, nothing really changed. So, truth be told, I cannot, in good conscience, sit here and say, oh, well, Barcelona this and this and this and this. Nah, man, none of this. Oh, good Lord. Why? Man, my stream is just buffering right now. Guys, sorry about the buffering, guys. This is just this stupid fucking app, man. I hate this app, man. I'm gonna move out of this app very, very soon. But yeah, man, it says, I told you Nico is a fraud. Maz locked him up. Mazraoui is a top player, man. Mazraoui is a top player. The fuck is going on? I hate this app, guys. Sorry. I keep swearing, guys. This app is just annoying me right now. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, man. I don't know where these guys are, man. I'm getting a little frustrated now, man. Where are these guys? Oh, good God Almighty, man. This is Araujo, Christensen, and Arigase need to start in the second leg. Styles win fights, and we need to match their height and physicality. There you go. There you are. At the end of the day, I hear no lies. I hear no lies because at the end of the day, if I'm going to be very, very frank with you guys, we're very, very lucky in that game, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, he asked me what time I was going live. I told him, and he's still live, man. I don't know, man. I can't help. Good God. Anyways, That's the thing, man. Before a ball was even kicked, I did tell him. I did tell people. I was like, I wanted to see Araujo start in that game, but he like that's the thing with Hansi Flick. As much as I give him credit, the guy he's very stubborn. I'm sorry, but he is. He's a very stubborn manager, bro. The guy, I swear to God, bro, he's the German Ange. I'm not even kidding, guys. I feel like because we're doing so well, it's hard to really criticize him. But if I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys, bro, he's very irritating because sometimes he will have a master stroke in like the lineup, and then he'll play against a team where you're thinking it's so obvious how they're gonna play against us. It's so obvious how they're gonna set up against us, and then he will play the same style with the same defenders, and basically play to that team's strength. Because he thinks, stylistically, we'll see who wins. It's so fucking arrogant, man. It's very arrogant to think that, at the end of the day, you can just go against every team, and just think, I'm gonna set up the same way and it's always gonna work. You gotta, in this day and age, you have to have a plan B, man. You have to have a plan B. And the thing with Hansi Flick is, I'm not gonna lie, bro, he doesn't have a plan B. This brother clearly doesn't have a plan B. I've watched Barca this whole season. I haven't seen any plan Bs from him in games. When it doesn't work out, when we are struggling, when we are having issues, when we're struggling to break things down, guess what, bro? He doesn't change it. He doesn't change it. And I'm telling you guys, we're doing so well this season, but this is people. I hear a lot of Barca fans telling me, "Oh yeah, how long is Hansi Flick going to be here?" I don't think Hansi Flick is going to be here longer than many people think he is. I think that even if, as well as we did this season, next season, if we're poor, I can see him getting sacked. I can see the fans turning on him very quickly. Yes, big up. He says, I said Inter, Manchester United, Betis would win all three competitions. Yeah, you said Inter would play Juventus in the final. Don't think I forgot, Tende. You absolute fraud. You think you can come down to this stream and try to save yourself? You can't save yourself, Tende. You can't save yourself. I remember. You think I don't remember the things you say here? Yeah, you say Inter gonna win it. Guess what, bro? It's still not guaranteed that they're gonna win next week. So please, man. Oh, good God. Eric Garcia is short, but Eric Garcia is more physical. I'm sorry, man. Look at the way Marcus Thuram literally bumbled Inigo Martinez. I'm gonna be very honest, man. I didn't show enough emotion on that, but that honestly pissed me off when I saw it. Because I'm just like, bro, you are a center back and you're getting pummeled off the ball like that so easily on the floor. That's why I wanted Araujo to start. Big up to you, bro. Says the second leg, watch out for the wing back. So I'm definitely gonna be cautious. I'll tell you that right now. I am definitely gonna be cautious. Anyways, yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna get cooked, man. This is the German kangaroo. Oh my days. He says Flick is the German Ange. Crazy, bro. Hano, I'm telling you right now, he gives me those vibes because I look at the way Ange moves at Spurs with the high line and the fact that he refuses to change it. He always insists on playing the same way every single time against every single team. The problem is this: when you have one style of play and you refuse to change it, whether you win or whether you lose, you keep playing the same way. Eventually, when teams figure out how to play against you, you are cooked. And that's what's happened to Ange. Ange, if you remember last season, was top of the table at some point in the season. They were like, I think they went from like the start of the season to like November and they didn't lose a single game, right? But guess what? the moment the team started figuring out how to play against Ange, bro, they lost 19 games this season. 19. Why? Because teams now know how to play against Ange, and Ange refuses to change it. He refuses to change it against any team. He always chooses to play the bloody high line, and they're getting destroyed by everybody. And that's what I see with Barca. Because I promise you guys, the moment teams figure out how to play against our high line, we are cooked. We are cooked. Because a few times this season, I've seen teams be able to break through our high line. Even yesterday, even on Wednesday against Inter. Think about it. How many times were Inter caught offside? Like even the Mkhitaryan one, that goal was a very debatable. It was very debatable. You could easily give that as a goal. I'm sorry, but you could. You could. It was ridiculous. So ridiculous, man. I was fuming in that game. Inter are 10 times better than Leganes, Las Palmas, Osasuna, and all these teams that beating Barcelona. Oh, bro, you're telling me, Tende. You're telling me, Tende. Tende, if you know anything about me, or if you've been watching this channel, you know, brother, I was worried about Inter. Forget about Bayern. Forget about Leverkusen. Forget about every other team that was near that side who we could have played in the semi-final. I told everyone I did not want to play Inter. Because I've already seen us struggle against teams like Leganes, Las Palmas, and Osasuna. These guys are the kings of that. They're the kings, bro. No, but they're one of the hardest teams to play against in the Champions League. It's not because they're that good, but because they're actually hard to beat. They're so structured, bro. And even though they conceded 3 yesterday, look at the goals we had to score yesterday to just score 3 goals. Honestly, it's only one. Out of all the 3 goals, we only scored one of them where we were able to unlock their defense. Only one. That's the equalizer, the second goal by Ferran Torres. That was the only time we were able to break through their low block. The first goal, it was a Yamal magic. And the third goal was an absolute screamer. But that's how we were able to score our goals. Honestly, what is me? I agree with what you meant to say. I agree with what you meant to say about Flick. Yep. We need to play the same. We need to play the same way. We played the same way against Atletico Madrid in the second half and scored and won 1-0 in the cup game. Yeah, we did. Here's the thing, bro. I want you to understand. Inzaghi is... Bro, I'm telling you right now, the thing with Inter is, bro, Inter are... I'm not going to lie. This season, Inter are worse than Atleti when it comes to these kinds of playing. I mean, I don't get it twisted. I mean, Simeone is the king of it, but I feel like this season, Inter have definitely been the stinkiest team in Europe. They really have been. They stinked it out against everyone they played against this season. Everybody. Nobody is safe. Ah, good God Almighty. Oh, one of them is finally here. I can't believe it. I feel at some point I thought, hey man, these guys are not turning up. We go to my guy Liam every single time. Bro, how you doing, man?
They took about 7 years to end, bro.
Bro, this is what I mean, man. Sometimes this is why it's always important to have like a level of organization, man. Because if you don't, the whole stream is just gonna go south. You feel me?
100%.
No, it is, bro. That's why I always like to keep my streams organized. I'm like, bro, if I don't, we're gonna be here 3-4 hours, man. Because nobody's gonna be able to shut up.
I apologize, guys. You know,
yeah, it's his fault. It's not Liam. I don't blame Liam. I blame him. This absolute
guys. No, you know what?
You see the clip?
But you know what it is, though. I'm not gonna lie. It was the fact that Touchline and Taban were arguing about 20 times.
Well, listen, man. They can argue backstage, man. Nobody wants to hear those 2 irrelevant teams.
Did you see the clip?
Liam. I hope you've seen the clip, by the way. I hope you've seen
What clip is this?
Oh, no, don't show. Wait. Let him see it in the heavyweight. You go watch back the heavyweight show. Watch it back.
No, because I want to see his reaction, bro.
Oh, okay, then
no,
fine.
Go ahead, please. By all means, show me. I want to see it.
Let me turn blur off. Bear me 1 second. Apologies to everybody in here as well, by the way.
Guys, I actually want to see it. I didn't watch the heavyweight show because I just came back like not too long ago.
Oh, it's gonna blur it. How do I turn blur off?
Yeah.
I mean, just turn it on. I want to hear it. I may not be able to see it, but I can hear it.
Bro,
what is it about? Is it about the last watch along? Is it the watch along in the last game?
Wait. Let me see if I can help Liam out. Wait, arrow. Does it show a blur thing here? Resolution.
How do I turn it off?
Settings, is it there?
There we go. I've done it.
Okay.
All right, let's see it. All right.
This guy.
Please, by all means.
Back to Omar BYT, ladies and gentlemen. And guys, it's time to get down to business, guys. It is time. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. Semi-final first leg, Barcelona versus Inter Milan, ladies and gentlemen. We're already here. This is going to be a very, very, very good game. I'm very excited for this one.
2 minutes later.
God, they've already scored. They fucking scored in 30 seconds. What the fuck is going on?
Yep.
What the fuck?
I mean, what do you guys think?
Are you taking the piss? We're already 1-0 down after 30 seconds.
Okay.
What the hell? What the fucking Gerard Martin? You fucking prick. Oh my days. Oh my days. Great. Just fucking great. We're Barcelona. You go, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2-0. It's 2-0, ladies and gentlemen. We're done.
Oh, you gotta laugh, man. You gotta laugh.
It's over, guys. It is officially over, ladies and gentlemen. Barcelona, guys. It's been a great ride.
My name is Jeff.
Oh my days. How did... Yo, look at what your man just did.
Nice.
Oh my God, we've actually scored. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. We actually scored. It's 2-2, guys. Oh my days.
Oh, he needs some milk.
Oh my God, they scored again. They fucking scored again. Dumfries again, guys. Dumfries again scores.
It's only Kane. Why you have to be mad?
For the past few weeks, I told you this tie worried because we are on course to a treble right now.
Tell me when I said live.
Horizon.
Okay.
It's right there. I told you what.
That might be a lot, huh?
Oh, Inter are not as good as everyone thinks. Oh my God, what a goal!
Yeah.
Rafinha! Oh my days, that was a strike. I can't even hate.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my fucking God, yo, he smashed the shit out of that. Oh my God. Guys, I'm not celebrating because I'm happy. We're Barcelona. I can't believe this brother shot from there.
Look up to everyone, man. Once everybody hitting on flick, this guy changed our lives.
I told you, this was your chance to stop us. We're Barcelona. We're Barcelona.
Bro.
We're Barcelona.
Liam, who created that? Was that touchline?
No,
Yo,
that's me.
Liam, why do you think you put the bar in there?
I'm not gonna lie, Liam, right? You know what it is, Liam? That's the joy of being on YouTube on YouTube, right? At the end of the day, you gotta accept that you're gonna get clipped. And this is the thing, bro. I don't regret anything I said because most of that clips that you showed, like the one where I was saying champion, that was after we won the cup. So it's not like I said that after a Champions League game.
Yeah.
And listen, look, obviously, don't get it twisted. You guys know because we did the FCB after you guys got knocked out by Inter. What did I say about Inter? What did I say about Inter? I said.
Oh no, I agree with that, but like,
No, this is the thing, Dier. Dier, people told me I had my own fans. I was fighting with my own fans on stream, telling me, Omar, you're glazing Inter. You're glazing Inter. You're too afraid of Inter. You're too this of Inter. You're
bro,
too that of
they
Inter.
did the same to me though. They did the same to me.
Exactly, bro. Everybody wants to slip on Inter. Why? Because they're Inter Milan and they don't have stars like Yamal or Rafinha or Lewandowski. They have Lautaro Martinez and Taremi and flipping Marcos Thuram. Oh, don't worry, man. We just won the league. We're about to win the league. We've just won 2 trophies. We've just beat Real Madrid. Don't worry about Inter. Even when they were on a 3-game losing streak, I still told people, be very careful. People don't, this is the problem, bro. People that don't watch anything outside of Barcelona think that they know everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when they see the performance, they're like, hell, what is going on? What is this? I was literally sitting there. And at some point, you guys saw when there were 2 goals, when they scored the goals, I was pissed off. But at some point, I was in acceptance because I was just like, I knew if we underestimated them, we could have lost. And let's be real. I just said it before you guys got here. Look at the 3 goals we scored. We literally scored 3 goals. We needed a masterclass by Yamal, right?
And the
One
thing is-
goal, one of the goals was the second goal was the only goal we were able to open them up and actually score. The third
that
one was a
Pedri,
screamer.
by the way. That was because of Pedri as well.
That was because, and then the third goal was just a Rafinha rocket shot. That is literally how we were able to break through to them. And it's so, and it was so funny because I watched the game that you guys played against them. The way you played against them is no different to how we played against them. The difference is we actually scored and we didn't lose. You guys set up the same way. You had so many chances, but guess what? The minimum chances they had in the game, they made you pay. And that is the thing. I literally was saying this before the start of the game. For weeks. Every time they lost in the league, people were quick to tell me, Omar, don't worry. We're going to win this game. You're too negative. Why do you not believe? Because I am aware. I don't know. Maybe it's because I watch other leagues and I don't just watch Barcelona. Maybe that's the reason why I'm telling people to be careful. Because if there's anything, I know what Barca's weaknesses are this season. The problem with people is they only see the results and they don't look at the performance. You understand what I'm saying, right? They don't look at the games where we've lost and they don't see the similarities between the teams that we've lost and how those teams set up to beat us. Because if they did, they would have looked at this Inter game and said, oh shit, we're actually playing against our kryptonite. We're actually playing against a team that's going to set up like that and they're actually the kings of it because they just did it in their last game against Bayern and got the win. We have to be careful. We conceded in 30 seconds. I swear to God, right? All the people who were calling me out, I promise you, I would have loved, bro. I would have paid money just to see the reaction of all these people when we conceded after 30 seconds. I wanted to see their reactions, bro. Because it's a disgrace. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, the fact that I left that game, relieved that we left with a draw, bro, tells you how much we stunk in that game.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And this is the thing. People always have so much to say when they don't know enough. Everyone knows. I just mentioned it before you guys got here. I said it. Hansi Flick has done so well this season. People don't realize. And this is the things I've seen about Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick is a very stubborn guy. I can tell he is very stubborn. And you guys are Bayern fans and you've seen him at your club.
Yeah.
But this brother is very stubborn. This brother he refuses to really change things. You understand what I'm saying? He has been playing the same style. And because we haven't really paid for it in many games this season, everybody just thinks, just let him cook. It stinks of last season's Spurs. Because Spurs, remember Ange last season? When they were playing the high line and they were top of the table and they were playing high gung-ho football and you had all these Spurs fans celebrating saying, oh yeah, we got our Spurs back, all this stuff.
Bro, it stinks of us too, by the way. Remember the start of our season before we lost to, Aston Villa and you.
Yep.
Same thing.
Thank you. And that's what gets to me. Because I sit there, right? And these people will tell me, oh, you have to just be grateful. Be grateful, Omar. Why are you being so negative? I'm sitting there looking at these games thinking, yo, what are you guys on about? What are you guys on about, right? Yes, I am absolutely over the moon. I did not expect us, and I'm giving credit to Hansi Flick. Everybody knows. But also, guys, we have to call things out. We have to criticize. Just because you criticize doesn't mean you don't rate him or you're not grateful to him. But you have to call things out. There are negativities of his style, which is that sometimes I feel like he doesn't adapt to what he sees. You understand what I'm saying? Because Ange, that's his problem. That's why this season, Tottenham fans have had enough. Because guess what? The style is not working. They're getting battered every single week. And this brother is saying, I'm not changing anything. They've lost 19 games in a row. And this brother still insists on playing the same way. Spurs fans are done. Because they're like, bro, we get battered every day and you refuse to change nothing. So I'm looking at our team and I'm like, what happens if next season we are the Spurs? I'm not saying we're going to finish outside of top four, but imagine next season, teams start figuring out how to play against us, right? And we're getting beaten pillar to post. Bro, all these Hansi Flick lovers, guess what? They will be sitting there saying, Hansi Flick is a fraud, overrated, this and this and this, even if he wins us a quadruple this season. But I'm giving him criticism because the praise should come with criticism if the criticism is warranted. At the end of the day, we've drawn, and I'm happy to draw the game because you've given me life. You've given me life. Okay, now I can go to the second leg thinking, listen, there's still a shot of us going to the final. You understand what I'm saying? It's not over. Like, I was in the football tournaments yesterday. Even George Moore was saying it to me. He was like, listen, it's not over. You guys got the draw. So you guys can still go to our stadium and still surprise us and beat us. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
he was saying that his thing today as well because they might be ending
that
up
is,
with Arnautovic and Taremi, bro. Imagine.
but that is my. But you see, I get it. I get his point. And listen, do I believe we can go there and win? Of course, I believe we can go there and win. Right? Anything is possible. Like when you have a game like this where it's so close, it's tight like this, right? And there's no away goal rule. Now that means both teams have equal shot of winning it. If the away goal existed on this, you know how Inter would have set up against us in the second leg. They wouldn't have even come to win the game. They'll be like, listen, man, we have 3 goals. 3 goals, we're good. You guys need to come and attack us.
Score
But we
four,
cannot go into that game. Yeah. But now there is no away goal rule. So the game is back to square one in the second leg. Winner goes to the final. So do I believe we can do it? Yes. But I've been watching us this season. I watched that game. The way we were getting exposed in set pieces in that game. Bro, Dumfries, bro, absolutely. And you know what really pisses me off about that? I know I keep going in a tangent. I'm going to let you guys speak. But how the hell did we not learn our lesson from what happened to you guys in that second leg? Both of the goals you conceded were from corner kicks. First corner kick, Kimmich doesn't clear it. Lautaro Martinez shoots and equalizes. Second goal, Kimmich J gets out powered by flipping Pavard. Both from corner kicks, and we get done by corner kicks again. Where was our scouts? Why didn't we see this from the previous game? We know how good these guys are set pieces, and we don't even respond to it. Like, it's ridiculous, man. Honestly, man, I'm not happy with the performance, and the reason it stresses me out is because I'm worried that we're gonna set up the same way over there, because we know in the second leg they're not gonna come and attack us. It's a 0-0. It's still a draw, so we can still go there and win. So they're gonna come in and probably set up the same way they set up against us in the first leg, and this time hopefully the crowd is on their side and they can get the win. It's stressful, man. But you guys watch the game. I'll let you guys say, man. You guys have your talk, man. But I'm done, man. I need to get out of my system.
Obviously, I did a hey along for that one because I'm not trying to see you win same amount much stadium. But I will say, bro, it was kind of hard to hate when the game is that entertaining, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the thing is, though, what I noticed, your defense as a whole, like, oh my God. I mean, 2-0 early on into the game. But then again, Lamine Yamal, man. That guy, bro, I'm telling you, without him, oh my goodness, bro. I don't know how you survive, bro. You may as well be that one guy against 100 gorillas the way you were playing, bro. You know what I mean? Forget about one gorilla versus 100 men. Like, well, since you want to talk about Trent, like, that was how bad it was, bro. Like, that was not Barcelona that I've been seeing this season. It hasn't been. It really hasn't been, Amor. And the thing is, like, I actually don't even think Pedri was that great, but he had like a few moments that helped you guys. You know, for example,
What happened to him, bro? Inzaghi understood how to break down Barcelona. He said to them, "You know what I want you guys to do in the game? I want you guys to lock this brother up. Do not let this guy see anybody. When he has the ball, have 2 players in front of him. Look at how he was getting locked out of the game. Like, look at that. He only had one opportunity, and he set up the equalizer.
No, but you know, but you know, as well, like, I just felt. Also, can I ask a question? And this is something I have. I mean, I'm sure you might have called Flick on it. I don't know, but why did Araujo play? Like, he played second half, but why didn't he start?
Okay.
Even when Kunde got injured, like, I don't think he came on immediately.
I'm not a manager.
Garcia came on as well. It wasn't even
No, he came on at halftime.
No, but Kunde got injured earlier,
and
I remember Garcia came. Like, why are you bringing Garcia on when? Isn't he? Like, he's probably going to be the.
I'm not a manager. Dier, I'm not a manager, right? But sometimes you don't have to be a manager to be aware of what to do. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how physical these guys strikers are. You know Marcos Thuram is a physical striker. You know Lautaro Martinez, despite how small he is, he's a very physical guy in the box. You've seen that. And you decide to bench our most physical center back out of all of our center backs. Like, bro, you literally, bro, look at the first goal. Guys, look at the first goal. How Marcus Thuram just pummeled Inigo Martinez. Bro, literally just soldier boyed them to the floor, bro.
Yeah.
And he literally, did you see how he scored the gool? Inigo Martinez was on the floor when he flicked it. No, Hansi Flick, man. I'm telling you, man. He's and you know what's funny? He played the same lineup that he played against Madrid. Like, it made no sense. No sense at all.
Yeah, Bala, you can tell some of these players were died out, by the way. Some of them were died out.
Oh yeah, we were finished by the 70th minute.
Yeah, but I will tell you this though. Listen, I think that Mkhitaryan goal is offside by the new rule the new rule is, because that's the rule that they made. However, I do have to say though, Amar, that rule is dumb. It's been dumb for time.
It's absolutely stupid.
It's
Bro, let me tell you
been dumb
something.
for
The offside
time, bro.
rule.
In a normal circumstance back in the day, that would have been 4-3, and now you're even more screwed. Like, we do have to
Bro,
mention
we were lucky to get out of there with the the fact that I'm.
And then Inigo Martinez,
Do you know how happy I was?
there, bro.
Zier, you rated me after the game. Didn't you see my reaction? I was elated with the game.
I was trying to think of the chat.
That's how poor we were, bro. The fact that we even left there with a draw, I was like, wow, how did we throw a draw in this game after how badly we played?
I'll tell you what.
Lamine Yamal, bro. That guy.
Bro, let me tell you something, bro.
Lamine, bro.
People always talk about it. People. This is what I mean. This is why I will say it now, Liam. We talked about this, me, you, and Zier. Okay? About who should win the Ballon d'Or. I've said, for me, it's between two players in the Barca team. Pedri or Yamal. I'm sorry. Rafinha, I don't care if he's got 50 GA. This brother yesterday, I don't care if he's scored a script. That wasn't that goal. They didn't even give the goal. It was the own goal by Jan Sommer. That thing cannon off the crossbar and went out. It was going out of the box. It hit Sommer in the back and went in. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what people need to realize that was our own goal.
Rafinha
But I'm
does
gonna
deserve
say this
credit,
now.
though, in my opinion, though. He does deserve credit because he had the
I'm
guts.
sorry, bro.
But if he didn't take that shot, does he even get luck? Does he even get wait? Hear me out, Amar.
No, he takes it. No. See, that's the thing. I'm proud. I'm glad he took the shot. And that's what frustrates me about Rafinha. Rafinha has a long shot in him. There was a point in the game around late where he had a shot which Jan Sommer pummeled and he went out for a corner. That was going in. I was like, yo, why are you not taking shots from outside the box? We know you have a cannon of a left foot. Smash it. You understand what I mean? But this brother, bro, it's like the things that I was criticizing Rafinha last season is what he's doing. What he's doing again. His decision making in the second half of the season is just ridiculous. He doesn't know when to cut inside. He doesn't know when to pass. He doesn't know when to shoot. When he decides to shoot, he usually scores. When he decides to pass, he gives an assist. He doesn't know when to cut inside. He doesn't know when to release the ball. I'm just like, brother, what is wrong with you? You're reminding me of what I was frustrated about you last season. The same thing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but Amar, this is why people need to isolate that there's a difference between being a better player and a better goal scorer.
Bro, we live in the GA era.
Yeah, well, I know, but here's the problem. Because people can't isolate these things in argument, now they think better players are the better goal scorers, which it shouldn't be the case. You know?
Hey, listen, man. Football. Listen, I've said it before.
Bro, what he did yesterday, bro. Oh my god, I couldn't believe it, bro.
You know what's crazy? That's how we were. That's the only way we were able to break through them. Think about that for 1 second, right? These guys, they play such a great low block. It took Yamal's magic just to break them down and actually score a goal. When he scored that, I was like, oh my days. Look at the way he just glided through their whole defense and smashed it. And this Yamal kid, right? People, you know what's funny, right? Because Yamal, before the game, you guys saw, right? He was getting, like, he was in the press conference and he was basically saying about Madrid, because Madrid fans were criticizing him of the way he was celebrating the cup.
Yeah,
like,
so
bro,
I retweeted what he about.
Like, bro, I liked his response, because you know why I like the response? People said, oh, well, Omar, you don't like Vinicius because you feel like Vinicius does. I'm like, no. You know what the problem with Vinicius is? Vinicius likes to give it, but he doesn't like taking it. You understand what I'm saying, right? Can't take criticism. I like it if you're somebody that talks shit, but also doesn't care when people talk shit to him. You feel me, right? If people talk shit to you, you're like, all right, word, no problem. Guess what, bro? Next time I see your club in the league, I'm cooking you guys and I'm cooking your fans. That's what I want to see. You understand what I'm saying? And Lamine Yamal in that game, people basically criticize him. One, because he had the blonde hair like Neymar. That's the first thing. Let's be clear. People didn't like that. People hated it, like, yo, what is this kid doing? Right? And then during the game, after the celebration, he's sitting there dancing with the team, laughing and all that. I'm like, bro, I swear this is what the Madrid players do whenever they finish. And I don't even hate them when they do that. Even if he's against the club.
Look what they did against Atletico Madrid when they went through on that scummy penalty.
Oh, yeah, when Vinny was pointing at the magician in front of the Atleti fans, and when Rudiger did what he did to Atleti.
And it's funny because did you see Yamal do that? I didn't see Yamal go to the Madrid fans and say, or hold that, or any of this stuff. I would have looked at it and said, you know what? He's instigating. But brother, he wasn't even trying to instigate. See, this is the problem. People don't understand. There's a difference between celebrating and instigating. You understand what I'm saying, right? If you are going to the rival fans and celebrating in their face, you are instigating because you're now in their faces trying to rub it in. So of course they're gonna get angry. And this is why a lot of these Madrid fans, and it's very similar to how the referee in the when the referee replied and the Madrid media were completely butthurt because he replied, that's the same way the Madrid fans are reacting to Yamal's reaction in the press conference. He's basically said, until they beat us this season, we own Real Madrid. Or he said something similar. And in my head, I'm just like, I like what he did there, bro, because he gotta give them a taste of their medicine. You understand what I'm saying, right? And now you know these people are going to be butthurt. And people, I'm sure, and when I went to Twitter, bro, Twitter was just amazing. The way you saw grown-up men, bro, were sitting there saying, I would rather fail in, if I fail in life, basically they're saying, if Yamal fails in life in the concept of I fail in life, then guess what? I'm happy to fail in life.
I'm not even that dumb, bro.
Dude, there are people who would rather see. No, there was someone. I should have saved this on Twitter. I would have sent it to you guys. I forgot to do it. I should have sent it on the group chat. But this guy, I think, said he would rather see Real Madrid finish mid-table next season, right? And Yamal never win a Ballon d'Or or a trophy or significant trophy in his career if Yamal doesn't win a trophy. In my head, I'm just like,
yeah, you lost your standards, bro. You lost your standards, brother.
I said, bro, there are grown men and grown women out here who was hating on a 17-year-old kid. Seriously, bro. Even my beef with Vinicius is not that deep. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh yeah, I hope Vinicius doesn't do it." Oh, if Vinicius wins,
you said he should have won the Ballon d'Or. To be fair,
because you know why? Because as much as I don't like the guy, he can have his career. I do not care. You know what I mean? But certain people, they are so butthurt, bro. It's sad. That's why I said you can imagine how much they were fuming, bro, watching Yamal on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Imagine how much they were fuming during that stream. They would have sat there and be like, "Oh my days, this guy is the real deal." But yeah, he's the one that saved us, and yeah. But Liam, I didn't hear what you thought of the game. I just wanted to ask you.
Yeah, he was just watching. He's just chilling.
No, I seem to have this curse when I want a team to lose. And I watched the game, they somehow win. So I was like, yeah, I'm not watching it. So I know the score because I was in with Dier, but I didn't watch it.
Yep, this is it. Ever since Rafinha came back from the international break, he's been finished. He has not looked the same since that.
Hey, brother, can I just ask a quick question? Can I ask a quick question? So, based on the logic of financial fair play, are they going to give it to Rafinha or not? I'm intrigued to see.
Do what?
They shouldn't because he's been going after referees.
Yeah, but guess what?
Wait. I don't think I understand what you're saying. Can you elaborate?
Fair play rule.
The fair play rule, like
you know that Real Madrid fans were saying, "Oh, but we didn't win it because Vinicius Jr. was going at referees." Blah blah blah. That thing. So what Zia's asking you is, do you think that Rafinha will win it? If you win the trebles, whatever you win, do you think he will win it because of
I mean, to be honest, be fair, he said
so we have to. So look, can I just say this? And I'm gonna be very honest, right? This is my honest, elaborate, unbiased answer to this, right? I don't think Vinicius's attitude toward referees is the only reason why people didn't give him the Ballon d'Or. I think it's more than that. It's the fact that most of the time he's instigating amongst like teammates. He's in front
Yeah, but that's
of
part of fair
players'
play.
faces.
That's part of
No,
fair
but
play.
no. See, that is the point. You gotta understand. People don't. These guys, they don't elaborate. Because here's the thing: if they sit there and they say, "Well, we didn't give him the Ballon d'Or because he was like instigating stuff all the time," people are gonna be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" So they have to make it about referees, so that they can be like, "Well, okay, so the referees are the authorities. That's why they can criticize them." This is the thing. First of all, that's a bullshit. I never agreed with that whole thing with Vinicius. First of all, number one.
Neither did
But
I.
number two, I will say this about Rafinha. I think with Rafinha, I don't think Rafinha has the same kind of like bad reputation as far as Vinny had. You understand what I'm saying? I think Vinny's bad reputation is why they didn't give him the Ballon d'Or, because a lot of people, apart from maybe Madrid fans and maybe certain other football fans, right? Many people don't like Vinny because they think that Vinny is too much. You understand what I'm saying, right? With Rafinha, maybe people may not like him. I'm not saying people like him, but I don't think they hate him as much as some of these people don't like Vinny. You understand what I'm saying? Dislike him as much as they don't like Vinny. So they could still give him the Ballon d'Or because of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? But in any case, I still don't think he deserves the Ballon d'Or, even despite all of this stuff that we're talking about. I'm sorry, I don't care if you score 50 goals, bro. Other players have been important and integral to why you put those 50 goals in. You understand what I'm saying? Take Pedri and Yamal out of this team. Tell me how important those 50 goals that Rafinha scored would be this season. I'm just saying, man. We have to be objective here. In the Champions League against Inter Milan, people are going to sit there and tell me, Omar, he got an assist and he shot for the own goal. Did you watch the whole 90 minutes? Look at how much he stunk. Apart from those 2 times he contributed, he literally was ghost. Look at Yamal. Yamal scored only 1 goal in the whole game, and people have been loading his performances all day yesterday. Everyone is talking about Yamal being the next big thing. He's not human. How is this guy so good at 17? Because it's more than just a goal, bro. It's his overall performance. You understand what I'm saying? His overall performance was so good, you couldn't deny how good he was yesterday. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what you need to do, man. But, I mean, listen, I do want to, listen, we've talked about Barca for too long now, but I do want to go next to some news from Bayern Munich. And I feel like this episode is going to be much more in a better mood today, right? Because first thing we're going to talk about, guys, is Eric Dier. Eric Dier has officially, Fabrizio Romano has officially confirmed it, that Eric Dier will be leaving at the end of the season. He's on his way to AS Monaco. So that's the first one out of the Bayern Munich books for next season. I do want to start with you, Liam. First big departure, obviously, it's a long line of players that you want to leave the club from, the way I've been talking to the both of you. But how do you feel about, this departure, first of all? And how do you feel about it? And what do you think this could mean for the transfer window in the summer? Does this mean now that you think that the club might go in for like a center back next season, or who do you think they're going to go after? But first of all, what did you think of the departure of Eric Dier out of this team?
I think it needed to happen. He should never have signed for us. But at the same time, I respect that when he did sign for us, and ever since he has been signed for us, he's been professional. It's not been into the aspects of certain certain players are so egotistical and so on, and he shows that he cares and so on. But yeah, other than that, the reason he's gone is because we didn't offer him a big contract, not necessarily money wise, but length wise. We offered him a year.
Oh.
He wanted 2 with an option of a further one, which is what Monaco did give him. Am I happy that he's gone? Yeah, of course. There's so much crap in this team, and he is one of them, unfortunately. Again, he's been professional, and I respect that. And the way he's going out and everything, I respect that. It's not done like a Dier or a Ryan Gravenberch where they're just crying to the media the whole time. he hasn't done that.
Interesting.
So I respect that. But yeah, he needed to go. Now onto the point of, do I feel like we're going to go in the market? Yes, I do. I think Jonathan Tah is a massive thing to talk about. I'm sure we're going to get more into that in a minute. But let's see what happens. For me, I want the Huysen. Is that how you say his name? The Bournemouth.
Yeah, Dean Huysen. Yeah.
Yeah, I want him. That's the guy I want. But let's see what happens. Because we still got Herbal at the moment. And to be honest with you, I'm still making content and so on Bayern. Obviously, I love Bayern. I've made over 2,000 videos on Bayern. So, but for me personally, over the past 2 weeks, I've been focused more on the women's team than the men's team. To be honest with you,
Hey man, that's why you guys need to go subscribe to him. If you guys are not subscribed, go subscribe to the Bayern view. So everything Bayern, you guys always see. It's not just men's football; it's women's football. Everything else. Feel me, guys. But make sure you guys go subscribe. But I mean, we'll talk about the Jonathan Tah point, but keep going.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, the women won a double. We got knocked out in the Champions League. Thank you very much. We won the DFB Pokal yesterday now for me, but then the game before we won the league. So yeah, man, I'm happy. And then we have to push to this weekend where I've got to watch the men's team be crap again. So can't wait for that. And I know you're gonna ask me for my prediction of the Leipzig game, and I won't say anything. But one thing I will say is I hope we do lose, because if we lose, it means Dortmund can't get Champions League football.
Oh, you want to see them in the Champions League next season? Oh, yeah. They can't.
Dortmund will not get Champions League football if we lose.
Oh, so if Leipzig win, they basically secure top four.
The spot, yeah.
We're winning the league.
Then Dortmund get to go to Europa.
Hey, listen, man, that is elite levels of hatred right there. That's how you know. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes, man, when you hate a team, I'll tell you right now, if my team has no chance, if Madrid were challenging for top four and we are still going to win the league, and I knew my team losing, because I never want to see my team lose ever, but I will take a lose against a certain team if I know Madrid are not going to get Europe. Hell, no, I'm that petty. You guys don't understand. I will throw, bro. I am that shameless. You understand what I'm saying? I never like to see my. I will if it's a defeat. I'll say this: if it's a loss that I can take, which means like basically a loss that means nothing to me, because you guys are still going to win the league. You understand what I'm saying, right? So it's just like, oh, listen, I'll take the L now because I know next week we'll win. You understand what I'm saying? Whoever team we play, so I'll take the win now so that I can go and. So yeah, man, it is no. Listen. Touchline. You are the last person to talk about hatred. You, ladies, my friend, right? You will take being 14th in the table if it means Manchester City and Liverpool get relegated. Tell me I'm lying. All right, I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, Dier, obviously, I was the one that actually broke the news to you that Eric Dier.
Yeah, I was watching Al Hilal.
You were stressed in that stream and you were
on the news. Yeah, I was so not focused.
That's what I'm saying. You were stressed and you were actually happy. I was like, you know what? I'm actually happy to actually bring some good news because Al Hilal was losing. So I was like, hey, he's actually smiling, man.
Imagine midway losing to Al Ahly, I'm like pissed and all, and next thing you know, the guy brings it up.
Yeah, I bring the news. Listen, man, let me bring some positivity.
Yeah,
let me bring some positivity in here, man, because there's enough positivity.
I was the only guy that reacted online. Alphonso Davies as well. I mean, I don't know if you guys seen that, but Alphonso Davies.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it. You might need to elaborate. But before you go into that, I just want to ask you personally your opinion on the.
My thoughts on him leaving, thank God. I'm actually glad that the board failed in attempting to extending his deal, because by the way, he did decide to go. And listen, I said it on the heavyweight show, and some people didn't like that I said it, but I'm sorry, but you have to talk about this. And if you don't talk about this, then then you're missing out on something. And then you're gonna figure out, oh well, that's a regret. Put it that way, that you have later on down the line, but. Listen, do I think Dier was good enough? No, some people thought he was. I didn't really think so. But one thing I will give him credit for, he showed an element of care for the badge. Now people be like, but it's a bare minimum. But yeah, well, unfortunately.
There's a lot of people who don't show it right now.
Exactly, Amar. That's why I'm saying you have to give credit where it's due. And this is the thing. Like, a guy like Eric Dier, the best example I can give you, the game we had against Stuttgart last season before we played Real Madrid second leg, that guy put his. I don't remember. I don't know if you remember. You saw him wearing the band-aid for that second leg because
Oh
that
yeah,
guy,
yeah.
he sacrificed his heart, his head, and his soul for like that game. Like he literally blocked every shot. He literally. I think he put his head on the post at one stage, didn't he, Liam?
Yeah,
So big
yeah.
up Danny. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, and that's where he got the busted open head. Like, it takes an element of care. And I remember that game, everybody else around him at the defense was shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And there have been games in which he's been even listen. The thing with Dier, right, is because he's so slow, he does not suit the attacking football. Maybe if he goes to a defensive side, he'll look better. That's one thing I'll say. But
Okay.
like, because it was at Bayern, like most games, unless if he decides to stay a bit back, he was never going to perform that good. He was never going to be that good. So the fact that he's gone and we're looking for another defender, great, but that's not enough. I think we still need to get rid of the other jackass, put it that way. Yeah, man, get other new defenders. I think Jonathan Tah, I'm not going to lie, and I was debating it also on heavyweight show with Liam.
We'll talk about it in a minute. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah. But
Yeah, we're gonna get it. We're definitely getting it.
But quickly, it's an opportunity to go get them. Free everything.
No, so I was gonna talk about, even though I didn't put it in the title. You know what's funny? Because I didn't actually, when I created the title last night, I didn't even see the Jonathan Tah news until this morning when I saw the Bayern view. You guys talking about it, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get into this because obviously we are also one of the teams that have been linked to Jonathan Tah, right? And there was actually news that actually came out about it on today, so about us. So I was gonna talk to you guys about it, but see, Eric Dier. I mean, you're right. He may have not been a fancy signing, maybe not a signing that you wanted, but listen, at the end of the day, I feel like what your club was missing was players that wanted to die for the badge, right? So sometimes when you have a player who maybe you don't rate, but they're giving their all in certain moments, right? You give them the credit. That doesn't mean you want to keep them, but you give them credit where credit is due.
For United.
There you go. Exactly. You just give them, you give them the credit where credit is due. You understand what I'm saying? And listen, good luck to Eric Dier in League 1. I think that, I think he can kill it over there. I think he can cut it down there. You understand what I'm saying? Right? But listen, let's talk about the Jonathan Tah news, right? You just alluded to it. Now, before you guys talk about Jonathan Tah, right? Let me just say this. Now, obviously, for a long time, I would say since the beginning of 2025, we looked like we were the team in the ascendancy to sign Jonathan Tah. You understand what I'm saying, right? Because, as you know, Jonathan Tah and Hansi Flick share the same agent. You understand what I'm saying, right? And we know Barcelona have been talking to Jonathan Tah's representatives, right? They've already spoken to him. The club have confirmed it. Gerard Moreno, the transfer journalist in Barcelona, he said it. You understand what I'm saying, right? However, everything has kind of went cold. And a lot of the things that have been coming out recently is apparently the reason why Barcelona were very confident about the deal is because they didn't know where Araujo's future lied. You understand what I'm saying, right? Because Araujo came back from injury and he was kind of like unsettled. You understand what I'm saying? So he looked like he was going to go to Juventus, right? But in the end, he stayed. And I think the issue is now Araujo doesn't seem to be unsettled anymore. You understand what I'm saying, right? There's no inkling that he could leave in the summer. And that is why this deal is taking as long as it is right now, right? Now, I may not agree with it. I don't agree with it at all, to be perfectly honest, right? But I'm very honest. If you look at our team right now, and as much as, I think Jonathan Tah is a good center-back, right? I think maybe the club are looking at other areas as priorities more than the center back now, especially looking at the end of the season. They're looking at maybe let's go get two full backs, because look at our fullback options. You understand what I'm saying, right? Maybe they're looking at maybe getting a left winger. You understand what I'm saying, right? So maybe they're putting more priorities on that, and that's why the Jonathan Tah move hasn't gained any momentum anymore. But I know you guys are still on it, but I would let you talk about it, Liam, in detail, because I didn't watch the whole stream, but I did see you talking about it, right? What are they saying in Germany about Jonathan Tah? They're saying, are you guys talking to him right now?
Yeah, so they're back in talks with him and talking to his representative and so on. And basically, what the news was saying is they are looking at him, and he will be a Kim Min Jae. I said the wrong thing. Eric Dier replacement. So hopefully that does still mean that Kim Min Jae goes. Fingers crossed. But yeah, from what they're saying, it means, you know, there's nothing really. It's still mainly on you guys getting him, to be fair. But the problem is, I don't know, and I'm sure you're going to say your perspective in a minute, but from what is being said, you guys apparently are not scared, but you know that you didn't get Omar. I can never say his name.
Olmo.
You didn't sign him straight away, did you? So that's
yeah. We signed him, and we signed him, but we couldn't register
him. That's the word. So they're basically saying that you are in the race for him, and you know, leading it, but the registration, registration, getting him in, and so on is going to be the problem. Real Madrid are looking at him, and then Man United are looking at him as well. The Bayern one, I don't know, man. To be honest, like, I'll take him, cool, but he will be holding the bench at times.
Which is fine, though.
Yeah, but I just don't see him being okay with that. Because, you know, I don't want to see Tar and Upper. Upper needs a new partner. You know, that it doesn't need to be Tar. I don't think Tar is going to be good enough to play with Upper. I really don't. And if we get him, then we'll see. But for me, I still want the guy from Bournemouth. I think he would be perfect to play next to Upper. He'll learn from Upper, you know, and then maybe we get the Milan defense of Baresi and Maldini, bruv, all in one. It is what it is. We got Alfonso on the left, you know. Well, we got no one on the right back, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I'll take him, but he wouldn't be my first choice. Put it that way.
Zier, what are you saying about this Jonathan Tah move?
Before I say my thoughts, Liam, that's not true what you said, because I'm looking at the Bundesliga table. They're only 1 point apart, so that makes no fucking sense.
What, the Dortmund thing?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
I seen it on a Bayern post, and they said that if we lose.
Yeah, but look at the table. Tell me that makes sense right now.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying from what we're saying, because you got to remember they've still got to play Leverkusen themselves, and I think Dortmund still have to play Leverkusen as well.
So Dortmund have to play Wolfsburg, Leverkusen, and Kiel. Now, if I was to look, and then Leipzig, they have to play us, Bremen, and Stuttgart.
Yeah, which should be wins for them, realistically.
Yeah, but again, let's be honest. Leipzig have had up and down.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, like.
No, but back to the point. But this is why I don't care about Borussia Dortmund not making Champions League. I rather win the league at Leipzig than worry about Dortmund not making Europe. Because regardless, they're still going to be in the Europa League. They have some European, even though it's a lower tier, yes, and I'll laugh at them a bit for it. But let's be honest, they're still going to compete for some European trophy. It's not like they're not making Europe at all. Now, in regards to Jonathan Tah, yeah, listen, I actually think out of all the clubs, it's an opportunity for us to get him because, let's be honest, the Barcelona thing, registration, I don't see Real Madrid having a go for him. I know Alonso will probably do, but let's be honest, that in itself is not going to be enough of a reason to get, unless if they want to be cheap, cool.
Hey, listen, Will was telling me last time did a show with him last Friday that they might not have as much money as, you know, they might be low-key broke. You understand what I'm saying? Right? Or financially, you know, not in a good place, right? So
yeah. And
they need defenders. So, you know, Jonathan Tah might not have been an option at the start of the season, but if they can't afford Saliba and all these guys, they might go in for him.
But you don't think they're gonna go for Huijsen after everything Huijsen's been
You know what? They probably will. They either go for one of the two.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it depends.
feel,
Maybe
and my way of thinking, Omar, is I feel like they will go for Hoyson. So because they
right.
will go for Hoyson, I don't think they're going for Ta. I think we go for Ta. Like I think we go for Ta, and
Mhm.
we'll try Hoyson, but we'll lose the Hoyson thing because Hoyson will choose Madrid.
Yes.
And yeah. So I think by default we will be the one because by the way, I think you guys and Eunice brought it up in the heavyweight. I think you're going to be more focused on, and you said it now actually.
So we
You're going to be more
focus on
focused on
other
other
areas.
areas. Yeah, I think
Yes,
you're
we
going to
are.
because now you have Araujo, Kubarsi, Inigo Martinez is turning up. You know, I don't think you're going to be as focused on center backs as usual. You even have Kunde that can
No,
play
we're not, bro.
midfield.
We got like 4 center backs, and Christensen doesn't even look like he's going to be leaving because he's not been linked out of the club. So if he returns next season, then there is no point of signing Jonathan Tah.
Although I'm not going to
We
lie,
just have like 5 center backs in our team. We don't need that amount of center backs in our team.
but I'm not gonna lie, you could
With
do
all
with
due-
one more because that Christensen, not because I'm saying not saying that he's really bad, but to be fair,
Uh-huh.
like or not fair to be honest, he is injury prone.
I mean,
So
he's not really. To be fair, he's not really that injury prone. He's been injury prone this season, but to be fair, last season he was fine. You understand what I'm saying, right? And maybe in his first season he had injury problems here and there, but he was relatively in a good place. You understand what I'm saying? This season, however, he's just been plagued by injuries. You understand what I'm saying? His whole season has been injury plagued, right? And the thing with Christensen is, I think that when he's fit, he's our best center back. I'm gonna be very real. This guy has been at this club now for 3 years, right? I don't remember once watching a game where I can say, yo, Christensen was one of our worst center backs. He's consistently one of our better players every single time. You understand what I'm saying?
fair.
So truth be told, I'll be honest. The thing with Jonathan Tah is, right, he's not a bad center back, but I think he also has his bozo moments. Do you understand what I mean? Because I've watched a few level.
I will say it's not as bad as what we have. Like it's not as bad as Dier. I will say that.
No. I'm not saying this, but I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I've got too many center backs that have too many bozo genes. I'm not trying to. I just want to have a consistent center back. They don't have to be world class. They just have to be okay. You understand what I'm saying, right? Don't make too many mistakes. Don't be like, let your mistakes be rare. Do you understand what I mean? And listen, I'll be honest. I think that when you look at both of our teams here, you guys definitely need a center back more than we do.
Yeah,
Do you understand what I mean?
yeah, 100%.
So I think you guys will put more effort to bring in Jonathan Tah. And look, Jonathan Tah is
That's why I
German.
can see him joining
and-
us regardless because of the by default. It's like what I think by default. You know what I mean? Because you have to understand in football and in life, one thing that happens leads to another thing, right? Like an example, in my case, I think he joins Madrid. So if he joins Madrid, then why are Madrid gonna go for a top?
Right.
You know, like that. I just feel like at the end of it all, like they're gonna put their money on that center back. I don't know if they're gonna even. By the way, we also have to consider Madrid is gonna probably look for a midfielder too. Not many people are thinking.
Oh, for you guys, okay.
No. Madrid are gonna be thinking of getting a midfielder and a defender.
For like a cruise replacement.
Yeah. Maybe, bro. You don't know, bro. This is things you gotta think of. So I don't see Madrid going for. I think Madrid just go for one center back. I don't like. I'm not saying that's what they should do. I think that's what they will do. You know, and I think this is why it kind of plays into our hands with the Jonathan Tah thing.
I mean, I hear you. I do think that, Florentino Perez is going to be very careful with how he spends his money this summer. But it really kind of depends on how Barca do also. Because the thing with Perez is he's a very reactionary president. If Barcelona win the quadruple this summer, this brother is not going to sit in his hands. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially also, considering this season, we beat them directly to 2 trophies. And we could potentially beat them for a third one because we're facing them in the league later on. And if we beat them, we could potentially win the league beating them. Who knows? Depending on how results go, right? But that kind of mindset to lose 3 cup trophies to us in the same season will make him react. And look, if you look at their problems right now, and yeah, they do need a cruise replacement, that's for sure. But look at the rest of their team. Look at guys like Rudiger. I'm sorry, Rudiger now is injured. He's probably not going to play in the Club World Cup.
Bro, he
Militao
should be
has
banned.
No, he's injured for 7 to 8 months apparently.
what?
Bro.
How long is he out?
By the way, I only know because this was mentioned in IMS and Mia because of the German national team.
Wait. How long did you say he was out? I didn't know. How long did you say?
I think 7 to 8 months.
Yeah. They're gonna ban his two new centre backs. Think about it. Raul Asensio is the only fit centre back. Like Alaba is finished. I'm sorry, the guy is finished. The guy can't do it anymore, right?
Bro, he was
Militao has
finished when he
basically-
left us.
Yeah, I think he only had like one good season at Real Madrid after he left, and basically was never the same. The year they won the Champions League in 2022. After that, the guy never was the same. You got Militao. I mean, Militao is good of a centre back as he looked like. The brother has basically ruptured both of his ACLs in 2 seasons. The guy is done. He's not going to be the same centre back. I'm sorry. I'm not saying he can still have a career, but brother, one ACL injury usually ruins players. Imagine having 2 on both of your legs. Both of your ACLs go, bro. Oh my days now. Like, he's going to be injury prone now. I can see it now. He's going to be an injury prone centre back. You can probably, like, if like, I hope to God he's not the next Ledley King. I'm not even joking, bro. If you guys know who
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
hope he ends up like Van Dijk or something where he comes back and he needs time.
I mean, you remember Liam, you know Ledley King, how injury prone that brother was. Like, oh my days, that guy could not stay fit. I mean, that guy was so injury prone. Did you guys know he never really even had full training when he was at Spurs? They never make him do the full-time training with the full team because he was that injury prone that he could just mess up. Now that is sad, but I mean, you just mentioned it, right? Rudiger now is out for next season. Alaba is finished, right? He is done. Raul Asensio is the only fit centre back. Militao is injured. Like literally, they have one centre back right now, one good centre back in their team right now. They need centre backs in the summer. It's not a matter of, oh yeah, we desperate for these areas. I get it, they need a midfielder, but they need a centre back now in their team next season.
They can have Kim Min
If
Jae.
not, they're gonna put Tchouaméni in centre back.
Man said they can have.
What are you saying, Liam? What are you saying?
Kim Min Jae, bro. They can have him.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, if you guys give them a good deal, the beggars can be choosers.
They actually might take it.
Bro, they can take him for a moldy apple and a half-eaten sandwich, bro.
Hey, listen, I hope that happens, by the way.
Guys, let me tell you something. Do you remember when Barcelona signed Martin Braithwaite?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? We needed a striker, and we were desperate. We had no one fit. Suarez was injured. Griezmann was injured. Right? I think Messi was like the only player that was fit. Even Ansu was injured. Everybody was injured. Yeah, 2020.
That Dutch striker.
Yeah, but Luke de Jong came in. He came in the year after Messi. The season Messi left on a loan deal.
Oh, okay.
So it was a loan deal. So loan deals are different because loans return. It's like Hossolo. And the thing with Luke de Jong is, I actually loved Luke de Jong. Luke de Jong was a very reliable striker. He was the Hossolo of Barcelona. You understand what I'm saying, right? He was just the guy, cross the ball to him and head it. Like, do you guys know that Luke de Jong has scored the most headers from a like, I think he scored the most headers out of anyone in football. I think he has got the records for most headers, for most goals from a header. And it's crazy because most of his goals were headers for Barcelona, right? And he was a bench player. But Martin Braithwaite is different. We spend money on Martin Braithwaite. We bought Martin Braithwaite and gave him a 4-year deal. Do you guys understand how desperate Barca was at that time? We had
That's great
no
business, bro.
attackers. What's that?
That's great business.
No, but that is my point. Beggars can be choosers. We were struggling and needed an attacker, so we went out and bought one of the worst strikers in the league at the time because he was the only one that we could afford to buy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Real Madrid are here now, ladies and gentlemen. They have 0 centre-backs fit. If Kim Min Jae is in the transfer, if he is available, you can bet your bottom dollar, bro. If he's available and they can buy him, they will go and buy him. They'll be like, hey, listen, beggars can be choosers. We'll go get it. I'm telling you now.
Hey, I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But again, I won't be shocked if Madrid went for a Hoyson. And now actually deeping it, maybe they can get Todd, but even then, it comes down to Todd himself. Like, does he want to stay in Germany or not? Also, I have to say, like, we're out here trying to spend what was it, 130 million on Wirtz or something. So like,
Bro, have you
Is
not
it
seen the
up
new
there?
report?
what's the new report?
New report is that they want 180.
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
They want 180, bro.
So yeah, but Liam, you know why they're doing this, right? You know why they're doing this.
Uh-huh.
They're doing this because they're petty that Wirtz is most likely he and his dad's choosing to actually leave the club.
Yeah, but it's just
Wait,
when I
who,
see it, I was
wait,
like,
wait, who's been linked for 180?
Bro,
But
Leverkusen
Florian Wirtz.
instead of 130 now want 180 is what Liam's saying. There's no way, bro.
Excuse me? Wait, they want you to spend 180 on Florian Wirtz?
Yeah, they're just petty. By the way, Leverkusen, by the way, can I tell you something? I said this to Liam many times, and I've said it on Bayern View on my channel. Bro, the guy closest to being De Laurentiis at Napoli is that Leverkusen, what do you call it? Supervisory board. That guy is, bro, what's his name? Rolf, I believe. Rolf is his name.
He's an absolute.
Bro, he is a petty MFer. Why do you think they kept their players last summer? Why do you think?
Bro,
You just think he kept their players just like that because of Alonso?
put it
No.
this way, right?
That owner is a scummy owner, bro.
From
Or
what
owner, president.
from
He's
what
scummy,
Zia's
bro.
saying, from what Zia's saying, right? One of our board members, I can't remember, was it Hunis? I'm not sure. One of them said that we were getting Tar, and after they got Tar, there was like this big argument where one of their main guys said something about Herbal, and then there was like some back and forth, and it's like blah 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 blah, like little girls, yeah, it's hilarious, bro. That guy is worse than me, and I'm quite petty as it is. So
Yeah, he's that petty, huh?
yeah,
Bro, he's hell, bro. Like I'm telling you, the reason why this new breaking news is even a thing is because of that guy. That guy is scummy. Now he's a scum.
facts.
But does he hate Bayern Munich so much that he just likes to make things hard for you guys? Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Bro. You know what it is? He's so, bro. You know what he's moving like right now, bro.
He's moving like Tony Khan at AEW, bro.
You know how he's so desperate. Yeah, you know why? Because you know how he's so desperate to keeping his talent, but he's failing.
If
That's
I
what he's
speak,
Yeah,
I'm
because
gonna
he's
get in
a terrible
No,
owner.
but Liam, that's the fair comparison though, because that's what he's doing at Leverkusen. He's so
trouble.
desperate.
Oh, no,
to
I
keep
agree, but if I
points.
speak, I'm in big trouble.
Especially if they lose the league, they're like, oh, we know what Bayern's gonna start doing. And now Bayern have the power, not us anymore. So now I'm gonna just be petty and like try to keep. Even though the boys they want to probably go, not all of them want to stay.
I'm gonna be very, very real. I'm gonna be
real.
very, very real, you guys, right? If I am a owner of a club in Germany, I understand that is not called Bayern Munich. I understand. I will never be as big as Bayern.
Oh yeah,
of course. I know you, and I know. But here's the thing, brother. I will not be the team. I will not be the guys who are gonna help you become better. If you understand what I mean. What I mean by that is, I'm gonna be like, okay, if my players want to leave, no problem. You can all leave. But you're not joining Bayern. I will sell you to every person in Europe before I sell you to Bayern.
100%.
Because it's just like, no, I'm not trying to make you guys better. That's what this is why the Dortmund thing never made sense. Because Dortmund, at some point when they were winning 2 league titles, bro, okay, players wanted to leave. Brother, you guys have players who were wanted by all the best teams in Europe.
You are right, but the problem is, Tar wanted us, Wirtz's dad wants us. It wasn't the other way around. Well, maybe with Wirtz, but with Tar, it wasn't we want Tar, then Tar wants us, like it normally is with a club. He wanted to join us.
Yeah, with Tar, that's true. With Tar, that's true. But with Wirtz, I have to be honest.
Oh yeah,
Wirtz,
we've been hearing for the last 7 years.
Yeah. Karl-Heinz
Rummenigge has the biggest mouth when it comes to the man said best German player as if there's no Musiala in his team. What?
Because he's a cuck, bro.
Hey, no. You know, because you know what it is. You know what it is, bro. You gotta
No,
understand.
but it makes no sense, Amar. I know what you're about to say, but like you have that dude.
Guys, you gotta understand, man. It's the business brain, bro. He's trying to hype this kid, yo. He's trying to give the. You know what it is. You know what he's doing.
He's supposed to do the business with Musiala, though.
Liam. You know what he's doing, brother? He's doing the thing that the guys do when they're in the club with the girl, man. You see the nice girl in there, bro. You gotta sweet talk them, man. Be in their ear, tell them how special they are. You feel me, right? Give them the praises, man. The sweet talk. That's what Rummenigge is doing. He's giving Florian Wirtz the sweet talk, man. He's trying to show him how valued he is. You are the guy. You're the guy.
And then when he comes in,
man.
When he comes in and has a stinker, he's gonna say he's crap.
Hey, listen, man. That's how. Listen, this is how a lot of these pimps move. Also, Liam. Look at this pimp, bro. They'll be sitting here convincing these girls to be doing what they want. When they use the girl, when they're done with them, they just throw them in the side, man. It is what it is. It's business. Listen,
Hey, I mean, to be fair, Amar, it's the other way around too. But I mean, hey, two-way street. But hey, that's a different discussion for a different day. You know what I mean? But listen.
Hey.
Listen. It's a two-way street, man. You know what I mean? But hey, listen, I will say this though. You're not wrong. It is a business thing. I do hear it. But then again, when you say such things for business reasons, guess what? Now you gotta make sure you land him in. Now you gotta make sure you get him over the line. Word to Northside. Get him over the line.
Nah, here 100%.
Listen,
okay,
I would have told you. You know how Liam in our fan base, there's a whole like conversation now about like, would you rather pay 130 million for Vert or use that for 3 players? I'd rather use it for Vert so they back their talk.
Oh yeah, if Florian Wirtz leaves Leverkusen and does not join FC Bayern Munich, it is an egg on the face. No matter if he rejects us, no matter whatever.
It's an egg on the face of Roman.
Why, hold on. Why is it?
Because they've been talking for 5 years since we won the quadruple, fucking whatever it was,
okay,
whatever. Since we won that, in 2025 is the year we signed Florian Wirtz. They've been saying it every single year, even when we had Lewandowski, even when we then got Jamal, all of them. It literally has been 2025. Like, you know, like and this is totally different, and I'm not dissing Saudi at all. But you know, like Saudi do the vision of 2030.
Vision print, yeah, basically.
Yeah, but we've been doing that with Wirtz. We've been doing that with Wirtz. Now, don't get it twisted. We ain't got that sort of money, but that's my point. We've been doing the whole vision thing. We are going to sign him in 2025. And then when it comes about, it's like...
Oh, yeah, wait. Liam. Is this similar to how Madrid were looking at Mbappe for so long? So it was always like Madrid to Mbappe going to Real Madrid is inevitable. It's going to happen very, very soon.
Yeah, it's similar.
So the first to Bayern Munich was like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen at a certain point. We're going to see him wear a Bayern Munich shirt.
The only difference would be Mbappe was a Real Madrid fan. And a Ronaldo fan, okay. Where we're the higher ups at our club are just looking because he's one of the best German talents. Does that make sense? Like, even
I hear that.
If you think about it, even when Kai Havertz was cooking in our league, they were still talking they were still talking about Florian Wirtz, not Kai Havertz.
No, that's the thing, because I think Havertz last season was Florian Wirtz like first season. Because I remember Florian Wirtz. I think broke the record for like the youngest player to score in the Bundesliga. He scored. I remember his goal because I was watching that game. Right, it was just a random game I was watching, and he was like 16 years old, I think, and he scored like in his debut, and it was like the most insane thing. And people were, and I remember because this was the time when Havertz was there, and everyone was talking about Havertz, and this kid just came in and just outshined Havertz that day. And I remember just thinking, I don't want to hype this kid because I don't know, man. I've seen so many kids like start well and then just fall off a cliff. But fair play to Florian Wirtz, man. The guy kept on getting better as years went by. He truly showed everyone that the hype was warranted because he was the guy. And look, I mean, listen, if what you're telling me is true and your club have been moving like this for so long, then, brother, you guys do need to sign him. I'm sorry. If you don't sign him, bro, it's going to be like, brother, all that talk about Florian Wirtz 2025. Really? Nah, man. Next time a top player comes out of the Bundesliga and Bayern Munich, the fans are going to be like, yeah, whatever. You told us the same thing about Florian Wirtz.
100. It's like, like a totally different thing. But like with McGregor, Conor McGregor was always talking. Could you imagine if he would have spoke the way he was speaking about being double champ and then not do it? You know what I mean? But you put it. The thing is, what they were doing is what he does, where you put it out there to make it a reality. That's why you say it.
That's the only reason why the number one target get Wirtz in. So like this board don't.
Yeah. Like I could say that, I want to hit 1 million subs. Right. Whatever the thing is, I want to hit 1 million subs. You say it out there, so then hopefully one day you can make it happen by putting in the hard work.
No, 100%. But I mean, listen, I do want to the final thing I do want to talk about, obviously. Yeah, this weekend is a big weekend for you guys. But before we do start, we got a question here from RSV. It says, question for the Bayern fans. Do you regret selling Mazraoui to Manchester United? He's been sensational this season.
Yes.
Liam, I'll ask you first before Dier, because
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
Liam, you answered it.
Zia's going to say every word I'm going to say. He might use a couple of different sentences and so on. But I can speak for Zia, and I don't normally speak for anyone. But the reason we got rid of Mazraoui wasn't because he was bad, wasn't because he had bad attitude, wasn't because of his fitness level, injury record, anything like that. It was politics and only politics. They won't say that. They'll probably say he's a bad character and this and that. But it was politics. He come out and said something, and then they pushed him out because we got an Israeli in our club. We're not going to say too much on it,
Facts.
but in general, that's why we got rid of him. And to be honest with you, looking back at it now, when he then went to Man United and said, Man United are the biggest club in the world and I love them, blah, 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 blah. I actually, at the time, was like, you know what, screw you. But actually deep in it now, fair
But you
enough.
understood it because it came from a place of anger.
Yeah.
So sometimes this is the thing. We all support our clubs. We'll be biased. But sometimes when we feel a player gets shafted, I'm sorry, I can't necessarily hate it. It's very similar because as much as I hated this guy, I hated Suarez as a footballer. However, the guy was mistreated. The way he was kicked out of the club was a disgrace.
Yeah.
He was not even given the luxury of being told face to face, you've done great for the club. You've been one of our greatest legends. You've given us a lot, but our club is moving on from you. No. Ronald Koeman called Luis Suarez, and after a 20 seconds or I think 40-second call, told him basically, you're not needed, and hung up the phone on him. That is what he got.
Oh,
for
because he's a
basically leaving us
gahba.
a
That's
club.
why. He's a gahba. You think I
No,
forget
but-
what he said about Bergwijn, bro?
No, I know. Don't get it twisted. Zier, I don't like Luis
Yeah,
Suarez.
but I'm not
just
shocked. That's
saying-
my point. I'm not shocked.
No, but here's the thing. Sometimes I believe that if you have a job and you're doing a great job at it, and you've done an amazing job and make so much money for the company that you're working for, the company should at least treat you with a level of respect. I'm not saying the club should kiss up to you, but it's like if let's say Bayern View was like a major company and you Zier were like one of like their biggest attractions. You brought a lot of like the eyes in the channel, and then in the end, Liam just kicks you out in the back door just like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what the reason is. Sometimes, bro, you gotta treat people with respect. Even if you have to get rid of them, or maybe the people want them gone, you sit them down and respectfully tell them, listen, man, you've done so much, but truth be told, man, this and this and this is why we have to step aside. You understand what I'm saying, right? And at the end, Luis Suarez left my club, went to Atleti, won the league, scored against us, and celebrated doing this. We all know, every Barca fan knew what he meant when he did this. You understand what I mean? And no Barca fan left that stadium thinking, yeah, fuck you, Luis Suarez. No one, not even the people that didn't like him, were saying that. Because everyone understood he was shafted. He was shafted. At the end of the day, whether you like it or not, he was disrespected by the club that he gave his prime years to. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to treat it respectfully. And this is the thing. Yeah, you're right. At the end of the day, he might have said it out of anger, but I'm going to be real, man. I'm the first person that would tell you, Liam, I don't involve politics in football, ever. There's a reason why I don't ever talk about it. Like, when people ask me my opinion on like the whole thing, I say, listen, I have my opinion. I know where I stand, and I'm proud to stand where I stand. But guess what? This is a footballing channel. I'm not here to spread my political views onto you guys. You understand what I'm saying? Right? And the same thing applies with Zier. The same thing applies with you. We all have our opinions on what we think about this. We just keep it to ourselves. Because if we start talking about it, some relationships are gonna be broken, cut off. Friendships are gonna end. All of these things are gonna happen. You understand what I'm saying, right? And it's not worth it. You understand what I'm saying? But the club should have been much better, okay? Because here's the thing. Forget about whatever you think about this whole situation with Israel and Palestine. This is not the first time in the history of football we've seen politics be added into football. Are we all gonna just sit here and pretend like we didn't see this happen 2 years before the whole thing with the whole Israel-Palestine thing happened? Did we see what happened between Ukraine and Russia? We all remember. Whatever you stand on that, some of us didn't care or were not involved with that whole thing. We just wanted to watch football. But guess what? Everywhere we were, every single channel, every single league, were out there showing support. And here's the thing: you want to show support, that's fine. You understand what I'm saying, right? And I have no problem with supporting it. It's the point where you start saying, all right, we'll support these people, but then we will not support. Well, when people talk about this types of people, then you're just like, oh, don't involve politics. Well, if we're gonna not involve politics, let's not involve it at all. Then, respectfully,
That's
if
exactly
it's not,
what I said
if
on
we're
my
not
channel,
getting involved in politics, let's keep it away completely. No matter where you stand, no matter whether they're allies of yours or whatever. If you wanna, you gotta keep the same energy for every single person. And that's why I think this whole situation with Mazraoui is a disgrace, because you guys were more than happy to let your Ukrainian footballers say whatever they said, and you supported them, which is fine. I have nothing against it. You understand what I'm saying, right? But then when the other side are saying this and you don't agree with them, and then you start saying, oh, you shouldn't involve politics, that's hypocritical to me. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I'm gonna say about this. But Mazraoui, as far as Mazraoui leaving is concerned, we all know why he left. And listen, I'm happy for him. Don't get it twisted. Mazraoui rejected Barcelona to join Bayern Munich. I would have loved to have had Mazraoui. Bro, Mazraoui would have been our key. Bro, he would have probably been our best defender, if I'm going to be real. Because he can do it all. He can go forward, right? He can defend. He can do both. Like at the end of the day, I'm honestly, now that I think about it, I'm fuming, because why didn't we go in for Mazraoui when Manchester United signed him? Because I think Manchester United signed him for how much? Did you guys even sell him for that much? Did you?
I think you could have got him too, by the way.
13.
That is my point. We didn't even attempt to go for him. We had Jules Koundé.
Yeah.
We had Jules Koundé at right back, bro. Why the hell didn't we go in for Mazraoui? And I know people are going to be, oh, but Omar, even if you brought him in, you wouldn't have registered him. Bro, loan Pau Victor or something. I don't care. Go loan Pau Victor and Pablo Torre and sign this guy. Do something, man. Like, it's ridiculous. But Dier, I got to take over the conversation, but you tell me, what do you, we all know why, but I wanted to hear your opinion on like the Mazraoui, you know.
No, I think you said what I've said a few times on my own channel. It's basically the fact that, because by the way, just to add to your point, because I agree with most of the things you said, it's the fact that, like, on top of that, Mazraoui and Perez were fine after the meeting with Gleason. Like, they were in good terms after that. So, if they're in good terms, right, as they claimed they were, then why are you getting rid? That's the only thing I'm going to add, because you've said everything I needed to say. So.
Yep. All right. Well, listen. We do have to move on. Final thing we're going to talk about, guys. Obviously, this weekend is a big weekend for Bayern Munich, because, you know, you guys win and the title is yours. But it's not even what I wanted to talk about.
Not even a win. Draw.
Draw.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, just don't lose. If you don't lose, you win the league. Okay. So, this is what is so funny to me, right? Kane is about to win his first trophy in his career. And this brother, even in the game where he's about to win his first trophy, he's not even going to be on the pitch. Like this Kane guy, I know people are still going to say, oh yeah, he's still going to win it, regardless if he plays or not. But yeah, it just shows you how much this brother is cursed. He can't even be there to help this team win the final game that could basically win them the league.
To be fair, though,
hey, brother,
yeah, but he's still part successful. Like this whole joke thing is.
But this is the thing, Dier. You're missing the joke here. The joke is.
No, I get the joke.
That's
what I mean.
No, but it's still funny to think, because it's just like, brother, this is your first trophy, bro. Why didn't you just calm down and not get booked in the previous game?
Bro, you know what I said though, like, because the whole thing of Harry Kane and Muller complaining about Kane's yellow card and that, or the rule and whatever, like Kane thinking it has to be like the Prem. Bro, I think it's just the fact that Kane fucked up. Simple as that. I just feel like he time wasted too soon before that free kick. Like, why are you holding the ball forever? Just let the man take the free kick and you're all good, bro. Like, you should have known you're on 4 yellows. You should have known about the rules when you first joined that club. Like,
he would have known as well.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't get Harry Kane as well. Like, when he's complaining, like, all right, cool. Like, I get it. It's not the same rule as Prem, but like that's you're doing that. Like you should have known about that. You know, you should have been informed. And the thing is, as well, like the referees responded to what Harry Kane said, and yeah. By the way, that's true. Yeah. I saw. I sent it on the.
Oh yeah. By the way, guys, did you guys know Xavi was also linked? He's been also been linked to Leverkusen.
You mean Ten Hag? Yeah.
Yeah, Ten Hag and Xavi Hernandez. He's also been linked.
Hey, listen. Hey, Xavi Hernandez low key can do something. Ten Hag, nah, man. Just put the fries in the
Ten Hag to halal.
Fuck off.
Would you take him? Hey, listen, man. Zier. Off topic quickly. Would you take Xavi at Al Hilal?
Yes, if there was no Carlo Ancelotti and I think is our options in Al Hilal is Inzaghi, and he was. And by the way, our president was at San Siro for our game against Inter Milan. By the way, he was at San Siro
for what?
Watch.
For Inzaghi? No, you're not getting Inzaghi.
Yeah, but that's it. I know. I agree with you, Amaro. I agree with you. He will stay at Inter. I agree with you, but I think the one we're more likely to. I would rather Inzaghi, but. We're more like with the players that we have. We have Cancelo, Lodi. They suit an Inzaghi.
Would you take Ancelotti because he doesn't look like?
I was gonna say we're more likely to get Ancelotti because our current manager Jesus looks like he's getting. Apparently, there's news from our end that he might have been sacked in training. I hope that's true.
Wow.
No.
Hey, listen.
I hope that's true, and the club announces it. If that's true,
make sure you put a video out. I'll be expecting a video.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a stream on that. But then the thing is, who would be our replacement? It looks like Carlo Ancelotti could be
Neymar.
He stays up. Liam, go. Listen, it looks like I actually think at the end we get Carlo Ancelotti.
Neymar's dad.
Yeah, Neymar Senior. He's saying this guy.
I said Neymar's dad.
Anyway, but with all seriousness, Liam, right? I think that the options, because if you think about it, Xavi actually has a good experience in managing in the Arab League, right? I know he didn't.
But that's why in the beginning, when we lost to Al-Ittihad, my initial idea was to get Xavi in.
Because that is my point. Because remember,
I've seen him do good at Al-Sadd. I've seen him do good at Al-Sadd.
Barcelona. Because he left that club, joined Barcelona, remember?
Which, by the way, fun Al-Sadd. I'm glad they lost to Kawasaki. Yeah. But, like...
I'm glad you lost, bro.
Liam, have some shame. You're only glad so you can see me rage. But, let's be honest, like, he was cooking at Al-Sadd. They actually won hella trophies domestically in Qatar. Right? And they were even
he's not gone. No, we're not talking about company.
Yeah. And he was actually cooking with that Al-Sadd team in Asia as well. Like, they may have not won, but they've gone far in some Asian competitions. So, I think Xavi at Al Hilal could do a good job, yeah. Like, especially for the
look, I'll say this now, right? I think that the move will be good. It's just Real Madrid are considered. Yeah, I heard this one too. Apparently, they're looking at Allegri. You know what, bro? Inshallah, bro.
Inshallah.
I want to see Allegri, bro.
Will's going to have no hair left if they get Allegri.
Please, man. Please, I beg you, man. Please let this happen, man. I need to
see. That would be a stink.
Bro, he'll be ending up like Y&W Melly, bro.
Got murder on my mind.
No, at that point, it wouldn't surprise me, bro. He'll probably... Oh man, you know what? Tomorrow we're doing the Football Mania show. I'll probably bring that up. I'll be like, yo, what do you think of the Allegri to moving potentially being the Ancelotti replacement, man? Hey, listen, we'll be here for it, man. We'll be here for it. But yeah, it says Xavi would really get. Nah, man, he wouldn't. I think that you know what it is with Xavi, right? I think Xavi is a good manager, right? Xavi. And you know what? This is why I think Zier, right? For some reason, I truly believe he would cook at your club.
Yes, I agree.
Because when he was at Al-Sadd, remember, bro, the guy was actually one of their better managers. When he retired and he became the manager.
I just said it right now. Just now, I said they were doing well in Qatar, and even though they didn't win in Asia, in the Asian Cups and that, but Champions League, but they were going further in it. I think they were runner-up in 2011. See, not 2011. In 2011, they won it. Sorry, he was managing. What year was it? 21, I think. 21, I think, was the season. I think they were close to winning in 21. The one that we won.
And I think that was his last season before he joined us.
You said he was a clown, bro.
Wait, when did he say this? You said
no,
that?
no. I don't know. Look, no. I actually wanted Xavi at.
No, you're lying. Stop lying, Dier.
Go watch. I remember saying after we lost at Etihad, brother, go sack him and go get Xavi since that's the only option there is right now. And he's
Yeah, I mean, Xavi. Yeah, you know what? Xavi is a good option because he knows that side of the world and he's managing that side of the world and did well there. You understand what I'm saying? I think maybe yes, he will need to adapt to the Saudi league because he hasn't managed in the Saudi league yet. But right, he's someone who's been in like the AFC Champions League. You know what I mean, right? So he's definitely had a lot of success around there. So at the end of the day, I think that he would do well. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened to Liam. Anyways. I'm sure he'll be back soon. But Dier, quickly, man. Obviously Leipzig this weekend. Talk to me about the lineup that you want to see, because obviously you know Harry Kane will be missing in this game. But what lineup would you want to see, and the result that you want to see?
Yeah. Before I talk about the lineup quickly on Kane, I was trying to say it's Kane's doing. And the fact that the referee said that he gave him a yellow card because it was the right call in that moment, the referee earned my respect because let's be honest. Your fans, Madrid fans, La Liga, if it was done the other way around, you know what you complain about there. If it was happening here, Leverkusen fans would have complained, bloody Dortmund fans would have complained, Leipzig fans would have complained, and it starts a whole new problem in that league. So I'm glad that the referees got it right. I'm not even going to lie. Yeah, and I'm glad that they addressed it the way they needed to address it. Fair enough. Now, in terms of lineup, bro, but listen, all we need is a draw. So as long as you put a steady lineup in, I'm fine, bro. I'm all right with it. I mean, obviously we're gonna have to play what's his name, a guy like Dier, and I would play Stanisic. You know, I'd play Stanisic and Dier center, but I don't want to play Kim and Jay in a game like this when we actually can try to win this league. And then that way, fullbacks. I think Guerrero is back in training, so you can put Guerrero in if you have to. Now, if he's not back, then okay, then now you have to put Stanisic left back and you have to put both Kim and Dier. Like, fine, you have to firm it. But, yeah, it is one of them, bro. But Alimer, last game played well, so he's earned the spot. And he's playing against his former club, to be fair. You have Kimmich playing, obviously. You're going to have Pavlovic playing. Goretzka, low-key, for a game like, Leipzig. But then again, Leipzig will drop. The thing is, their manager is actually, I believe it's interim, but it's our former assistant coach under Tuchel, Zost.
Oh, really now?
Yeah. So I don't know if he's gonna sit deep, hit on transition, or if he's gonna try to play. But then again, it's under Tuchel, so it's probably gonna be played defensive, and hit in transition. I wouldn't be shocked. So maybe actually in that case, then I would have to play Pavlovic then because Pavlovic is the creator of the two. But then in attack, man, I don't want to play Zani, but then Zani scored, so they're gonna play him, bro. It's like,
he scored in the last game.
Yeah, man. This guy is, you know what he is?
He's a good boy, man. He just signed a new contract, man. Come on.
Leroy Zani in a starting 11 is like robbing a bank, bro. Like, it's like robbing a bank. Bro, it's like robbing a bank, bro. It's like if I play GTA now and the heist is rob a bank, bro. I'd succeed if I had Leroy Sané as my character, bro, because that guy's he's robbing a living, this guy. I swear down, bro. But then there's obviously Kingsley Coman that could play. Bro, I'm going to be real, like. By the way, Gnabry has to play in the 10. That guy in the 10 ever since getting knocked out in the Champions League has looked good. I don't know why we didn't play him in the 10 in the game against Inter Milan, the way he was playing. You
started Sané and he's going to carry the place.
No. I mean in the 10 because Muller's starting in the 10. Like
that's what
Muller was playing back. Why didn't you bring Gnabry on earlier? And maybe you know what I mean, like because obviously Muller was going to start in the 10, but like why didn't you bring Gnabry earlier? Like to man, that could have been an idea. Like he brought him on so late. And then you have Olise, and then. But here's the thing, though. Muller is definitely going to play regardless because Harry Kane is out, so he's going to be that.
Is he going to play as a striker?
Yeah. You're not gonna play Kusi Asare, whatever his name is, in the game that you're trying to win the league in. You're probably gonna play him afterwards. So like, it don't make sense to me to play that young striker. Although he's massive, but like it's still no. Maybe you bring him off the bench or something. But yeah, in reality, you're playing Thomas Muller up top. So that I have a feeling we draw that game as well. I don't think we win because
Yeah, just I mean, I know it's a must win, but
yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna draw though. I don't think we're gonna lose. I think it's gonna be a draw. This
Nah, I
game
heard-
smells of a draw for me. But hey, let's see what happens, man. Because by the way, Leipzig they're hit and miss, but ever since Zul's come in, they've actually been in a bit more of a momentum, and that's why they are in 4th place and not 5th, or because when they sacked
Interesting.
Marco Rosa, yeah. So they will give it a fight. Don't get it twisted. They will give us a go. It's not gonna be as easy as it was last time when we won 5-1. People need to understand that. So yeah, that's what I would say on that, bro.
Hey, listen, man, definitely. But what are you saying scoreline wise? You said a draw, but what scoreline are you going?
I'll talk more in my preview, but if you want me to give you a prediction right now, I'll say
A snippet, yeah, just a snippet. You don't have to tell me.
Yeah,
I'll let you make sure you guys go and watch the match preview on Zier's channel.
Yeah, I'll do a preview later on. Actually, I might do it like after this if I have a chance.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually gonna do my match preview after this because we're playing on Saturday. So
Yeah. But yeah, I think as of right now, I'll say 2-2.
okay, all right. So all right, guys. Big up to every single one of you guys, man. I don't know what's happened to Liam. Unfortunately, he might be having some connection issues or something, but we are gonna be closing out. Big up to every single one of you guys watching, guys. Big up to every single one of you guys. You guys have been elite. This has been another episode of the FCB show, ladies and gentlemen. The Barcelona x Bayern Munich show. As always, ladies and gentlemen, big up to my brother Zier every single time. Big up to my brother Liam, even though he's gone. Big up to him every single time, guys. It's been episode 6 now. We're already on episode 6, I think, Zier. We're on episode 6, man. This show is like picking up pace, man. It's crazy. And it's one of my, I always look forward to this show. So big up to every single one of you guys. Big up to all the people in the chat every single time. Obviously, this stream will be redirecting you guys to Lee Gunner's channel, guys. They're doing an emergency meeting there with the guys like Northside and all these guys. Make sure you guys spam in the chat Omar BYT Raid in the comment section below. Big up to every one of you guys. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Zier and Liam's channels. The link is pinned in the comment section in the chat, guys. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to both men's channel. Big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and peace, you guys. Big up.